Hey, so today I woke up with this beautiful view, just felt like God is showing me hope for the next day. And in an instant, I decided to capture the colors of the sky and produce something of the same essence. I'm taking this picture only as a reference and starting with two different hues of blue, Ultramarine and Prussian, to bring the color range of purple. What I'm doing right now is experimenting how the red quantity would react to the shade of purple and how the color would come to its true color when it is added with white. Can you all see how the color made of ultramarine gives me a fresh shade? However, when used Persian blue, it becomes a range of gray. So that means I have to be very careful when using Persian blue. This is a bit of cool shade, though I feel the sky has a warm palette, so I am going to add a bit of red, and I will make sure that I don't use this particular tone wet on wet. Just a small tip, red is from warm family and blue is from cool family. So when you are following the reference image, you also follow your instinct, what mood you want to show. Choose as per it. Being a borderline OCD artist, I keep cleaning the palette and its knife, making sure that the color don't mix up and become dirty. Cause red, blue, yellow will lead to nothing but grays. And I'm sure you would want to see fresh colors for today. Now I will just give you a small example of dirty color. When I mix white and yellow with a bit of purple, it gives me a coffee color. Coffee would be easy for you to understand, that is required at few places but not as a painting in itself. So this example was basically shown to make sure that when you are painting, do not paint wet and wet. Let the purple dry and then use yellow tones on it. So I mixed mid yellow and white and a bit of red to get this bright yellow that I see on the sky. So while I was sitting live mixing these colors, the picture that I'm using in a video is just a reference image. Actually, the beauty was sitting live and mixing the colors. The yellow seemed very different than what it is in the image, so I'm trying to bring what is near to what I am looking at actually. Now I will show you how lemon yellow will not work for this particular view because it is a very light color. I need something bright for this work. And I feel the previous color has more white, so I'm gonna make a darker tone of mid yellow and red with using very less white to it. I think you should all try mixing colors early in the morning before anyone wakes up. It's very therapeutic. Now the last step that I'm going to be doing is showing you shades on canvas, because sometimes you realize it looks different. I'm going to keep the 3 rejected shades aside and I'm going to use the 3 approved shades. Let's try this on the canvas. I'll show you the tips of how to use paintbrush by making sure not to make the dirty colors that you see on the side of the palette and where it will be needed actually. As for this purple, I think I will need a bit more red for this. The purple has too much blue, but I'm not gonna make it on the palette. I think I would love using the red on spot on the painting, and let's see how it will react because it's very important for the sky to show some strokes. So I'm gonna add a bit of red and white on spot and then add so that the strokes are visible. Here I'm going to add a bit of other colors that we rejected in order to show you how awful it looks on the painting so that you can be very careful while using it. I'm just going to erase it so that I can show you, see if the yellow is blended with purple. It's very important to do this trial before so that even if you mess up, you can know the alarming points and you can understand where to stop your hand and to remove the paint. Oil paint has that edge. I feel this process is very important. Number 1, which colors to be careful of. Number 2, when to paint wet and wet. Number 3, how much blending I should do in order to show shades, making sure it does not become grey and leaving crisp lines. Number 4, knowing adding a bit of color from top would work or not. It prepares you whether you will be able to bring the essence from the reference picture or the live that you're doing or not. So now wait for my next video where I will share with you what I'm going to do with this palette that I have created and explored. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching Manvi Tapes.